Well, I think I'm not alone in the fact that I have spent the last few days a bit torn trying to figure out what to league start, but I think I finally settled on a plan. Last league, I championed the off-meta explosive trap Saboteur, but this time around, I've decided to give in and see what Seismic trap is all about. I'm Brittleknee, and this is my league start plan. When debating between Ignite Detonate Dead or running Explosive Trap again, it occurred to me that Seismic's Poison variant would have much better synergy with Xayazi's Blightbane Occultist. Not only would it be a powerful and defensive standalone build for tackling some of the new bosses and challenges, it would also allow for interesting interactions and dynamics when playing with a group. Another thing that pulls me to dot traps and mines is their ability to utilize buffs, systems, and effects not usually open to their hit-based counterparts. Either the engine cannot distinguish sources of damage over time, or the dot duration exceeding the trap's duration causes the damage ownership to default back to the player, but what it all means is basically, the trap's dots are your dots. And what this means, and what the implication is here, is that on-kill effects you would normally be hard-pressed to incorporate into a trap or mine build are yours to utilize. Life gain on kill, onslaught on kill, phasing on kill, charges on kill, all of these and more are possible. The most comfy bossing to me is also builds with nice consistent damage and well-rounded defenses. Poison Seismic checks every single one of those boxes for me. While I'm still tinkering with an in-game PoB, I know I'll probably err on the side of defensiveness first while fine-tuning for damage. Like the Explosive Trap build, I'll be back in a few days with another video on my plans for the endgame. But for now, let's focus on getting this bad boy to maps. I did some testing and found that splitting steel into Poisonous Concoction into Poison Seismic was a very straightforward way to level. You could take traps all the way up, and I've included an alternative guide for that in the PoB for you. But for me, I'm not a cutting edge player, and I like having that access to power that makes the acts go by faster for me. While there is some currency pressure in Act 1 with needing to come up with 4 to 5 transmutes based on RNG, once you get to level 12, it's smooth sailing and flask upgrades until you hit a point where you want to move from Poisonous Concoction to Poison Seismic. Now this threshold, I would recommend being in at least Blood Aqueducts and having at least Deerstalkers and +2 to Fizz gems in the form of either a dagger and a shield, or dual wielding daggers, or a dagger and an Ami if you're lucky, and try and shoot for a 5-link for Seismic as well. I'll be trying to snag a Cold Iron Point ASAP, as well as a couple of coated shrapnels, and then camping at Ceres Temple a fair bit to generate some early currency. My second build that I'm planning on playing this league is very pricey, so I'm going to try and put together as much early currency as possible. Probably buy some mirror shards and then just let those mature over time. I'm also still tinkering with my Atlas passives, but needless to say, I'll probably be a mix of bossing-centric nodes mixed with mechanics I find interesting, and I'll likely try to pre-farm a few simulacrums for my second build as well. Now, I've elected to keep this video short, but I put a lot of time and effort into the PoB to explain in depth certain build considerations I made, as well as the mechanics of how things work. I really focused on the leveling sections this time, making sure that to not only give leveling trees, but there's also gem progression, breakdowns, and rather extensive notes to guide you through the process. Hopefully this overview has been both informative and helpful. Please stop by the Discord if you have any questions not mentioned in the notes section, and 318 will be my first time to do a live league start in over 2 years. I'm really excited for it, so come on by the old twitch.tv/Brittleknee, and we'll have a chill and cozy time. Thanks for watching, and may the RNG ever be in your favor.